Good morning, America.
Good morning, Vietnam.
That's all I thought in my head whenever you said that.
Good morning, Vietnam.
He doesn't even
He
know
does
what
it
that
a
is.
little bit more dramatic. Do you not know what that is?
No. Is that what's it called? Shrimp people, bubble shrimp, bubble gums,
No.
Forrest Gump. Okay.
It is not.
Are you ready to come in? You ready to come in?
Oh, I thought that was it. We're in.
We're in. Hey, welcome to the greatest Saturday morning show in the world. This is our Saturday morning Sippin on 7th, Friday night here in Tampa Bay, 9:19:03. We finally have a clock, so we know what the heck's going on with the timing. Jared, for dinner tonight, I was brought by you. It was great. It was amazing.
What?
I want you to tell me. Sorry, it was blurped out for the people because you need to tell us everything you ate tonight
I forgot everything.
Okay, tell us about your experience at the first ever dinner dining experience at the Boozy Pig.
So, this is going to be a spoiler.
Uh-oh.
But when we do the Boozy Pig Cuban review,
Why is it called a spoiler?
because we haven't done it yet,
It's
but
because spoilers on cars, they keep them down. And so a spoiler is like a downer.
No.
And
no,
so
it's because it
like,
spoils it,
here's
like food going bad.
Duh, babe, duh.
Did you not know? Did you also not know?
Good
Good morning, Vietnam.
Vietnam!
You didn't know
I still don't know what movie that is. When we do the Boozy Pig Cuban review soon, because they do Saturdays.
They're open on Saturdays now, and they used to not be. So that's why we haven't done a review there yet. But I will I will not be biased whenever we do that. But it is the best Cuban in Tampa. Like, it's a fact.
I will not be biased. But way before we do the review, I just want to let y'all know that joint Boston is the best Cuban in the world.
I've eaten it multiple times.
Can I give you my prediction?
Sure.
My prediction is that the Boozy Pig will be the best Cuban we ever review in Tampa, but that Bread on the Bay will still be my personal favorite.
You know, to eat on a regular basis as a sandwich, I probably agree with you. Number one, the proximity to where I work. I can be at Bread on the Bay.
5 minutes.
Less than that.
90 seconds.
I could walk there in probably 10. So I could drive there
has
in
to do
2
with
minutes.
driving. 2 minutes. All right. Yeah. 100 a long time.
120?
Bro, last time on the show you said that's $9,175,400.
It was correct. I just said it wrong.
And then you had the picture of the guy. He was like, I don't know why I have like alien in my head.
Why are you making that noise, bro? It was, what's his name?
Alan from Hangover.
The Hangover.
I almost said Jackass. Which, bro, there's a scene in that movie that has stuck with me for a decade that I don't even... Anyway,
Jackass?
It involves a sock, and I don't even want to talk about it.
Then why are you talking about it?
Just terrible.
So the Boozy Pig, they have my favorite Cuban. But today, what's today? The 26th of August.
Of August in 2022.
Was the first day ever that the Boozy Pig served dinner. And
First night ever at the Boozy Pig. Tell us.
so I have some friends. One of them is my boss. Another one of them is like a City of Tampa employee. He's like an engineer for the water department. This guy is super cool. And he's also like the president of Centro Español.
Oh, yeah.
Cool guy.
That means the Spanish Center.
I mean, like the transliteration? Because I don't know Spanish.
It may mean this.
'Cause it's called the Spanish
the
Club.
Central Spanish. I guess no, because club would be clubas. It would be
Everywhere it's called Centro, though.
Español. Yeah, but Centro. That's such a Centro, like
Yeah,
Metro.
the Italian
but
club is
Sen.
called La Union de Italia.
The Onion of Italy.
The Union. Of
My
Italy.
transliteration: the Onion of Italy. That's I'm reliable.
Union. La Union.
But the point is,
So we went to dinner tonight there.
Yeah.
As our Friday night going out dinner guys thing. So we
thanks
went
for the
there.
invite.
You're not a part of the group. If you would like to be brought into
No, I don't want to be brought on
the
any of
fold.
that. I don't want any of that. The fold?
The
What is this,
fold.
like the Masons? Like I got to get enfolded in? Let me just, when they drop a sheet on my head and we all just chant, Boozy Pig, Boozy Pig. I mean, what do you want me to do, bro?
This was our first
Jesus.
time going to the Boozy Pig because not me, but my boss, Gio, he had a bad experience at the Boozy Pig because he really wanted to go, and they used to close at 3. And we showed up there at like 3:01, 3:02, something like that. And so we walked inside, and this one lady in there was really rude. But this was like 2 years ago. But you know Gio. Gio will hold a grudge for life.
Forever. In the afterlife.
He's
going to follow people around, and he's going to tell them, why did you do this to me?
permanent offense, and he would never go. I'd be like, Gio, can we please go? They're only open for lunch, and this is my time to be able to eat my favorite Cuban sandwich. And he was like, no, I'm not going there. So, fine. But today, it was them serving dinner that allowed us to go for the first time ever.
So it was like a reconciling experience for Gio.
Yeah, I think it was healing for Gio's heart to go eat
Wow.
the incredible food.
Guys, not only does the Boozy Pig have the greatest Cuban sandwich of all time, but it also is a healing place.
There is a book that is about to come out by a couple of my friends, Jeff Hook and Andy Hughes. There's also another author, but I don't know who that person is, so they're not my friend. And it's called...
So I keep yawning, but I'm
It's
lit.
called like The Cuban Sandwich, A History in Layers or something like that. And there's a whole chapter of this book dedicated to the Boozy Pig because it is the most authentic, according to history, of what a Cuban sandwich is. But then they are a whole animal butcher shop. So they'll get like a whole cow in.
like
Or
a whole elephant.
You don't eat elephant.
What?
It's illegal.
Who's we?
Anybody in America.
Well, you said you. That's the joke. You said you don't eat elephant. I said, who's we? It's the little jokes that really hit earlier.
For me. So they're a whole animal butcher shop. So everything that's on that sandwich, they make their own ham, they make their own pulled pork. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
They make their own everything that goes on the sandwich, their own salami, whatever else they want to put on it. The cheese is like all local stuff.
Can you just go
It's
down?
the best.
Tell me what a Cuban sandwich is supposed to be. Authentic Cuban sandwich. Go.
Bread, Cuban bread, pickles, mustard, ham, and then like a mojo pork
Oof.
and salami.
What kind of cheese?
Cuban bread, Swiss cheese. I forgot cheese. Swiss cheese.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to add that in. You know what's interesting? The Cuban sandwich, a lot of people associate with Cubans. Fine, great, Cubans.
I wonder why.
But so then people are drawn to think it's like from Cuba, or it's from Miami where there's a lot of Cubans, or like New York has Cubans, for example. Obviously, terrible city. No one wants to go to New York for any reason. There's no reason to
New
go
York's
to New York.
great.
New York's horrible.
To visit, I
Nothing
wouldn't live
good.
there.
What is there good to do in New York?
A lot of things. You can go see everything that you've seen on TV your whole life. You can go
King
see-
Kong,
He's
a
there.
history.
King Kong is there.
He's there. No, New York's
You ever
garbage.
ride? Oh, you're not from here. I was gonna ask if you ever rode the King Kong ride at Universal as a kid.
No. I figured the only two good things New York has is like a bad football team and overrated hockey teams.
Are you kidding me?
They have a lot of
And
things.
on and off Broadway.
What do you like about New York, Caitlin? Before I go back to the Boozy Pig.
Restaurants, shopping,
Very good food. Hell's Kitchen, Fifth Avenue shopping, Chinatown shopping.
on and off Broadway.
Chinatown,
Beautiful neighborhoods. Greenwich Village.
Greenwich Village, that I can understand.
Chelsea.
Yeah, but
Chelsea
it's like I've never been.
You've never been,
I've
and you're
never
talking
been.
about something you have no idea about.
No, when have you been
I've been in New York 5 different times.
to the 5 boroughs?
Dang.
I have been to all 5 boroughs.
Tell me about an experience that makes New York so great.
Okay. So this was actually my first time going to New York City. I was
Oh, you're
And-
gonna go in the whole story. Okay.
in 6th grade. Lean back, get ready.
Lean back. Fat Joe, everybody
You
knows
know,
that
I could
one.
probably get through this in a couple of minutes if you didn't just say the wildest things during this. We'll see how it goes, though. No, I'm not discouraging you. So I was 12 years old, and I've talked about it before. I was a Devil Rays fan growing up. But you have to have a secondary team because they were always bad. Growing up, I thought that the New York Mets were the Florida Gators. Just as like a little kid, I saw the same colors. Yeah, they're both blue and orange, and I was like, yep, they're the Gators. They also had Mike Piazza, who played catcher, who I really liked.
Yeah.
So when I was 12, my dad was like, hey, let's go to New York City for like a day just to watch the New York Mets play in the playoffs. But we bought the tickets and flights and everything.
I didn't know it was in the playoffs.
In the playoffs. That's why the game didn't happen and we tried to do something else. So the Mets only had to win like one of their last 3 games to make the playoffs, and they were playing the Miami Marlins. And they lost all 3 of those games. So they didn't make the playoffs.
What a joke.
But we already had the plane tickets to New York to go to New York City, obviously to watch the game.
And I know your dad's like, we're going.
We're still going.
I have the time off. We're going. Even if we just walk up and down the street the whole time.
I'd already had like permission from my school. I had all the missed schoolwork packets so I could do the work on the plane. Like we were ready to go.
Yo, that's a public school move, bro. That's anybody that like went to public school knows if you even had like 3 hours off, you get like this much, like, you know, in your elementary school years or junior high. It's like, oh, you want to go enjoy a family day with your family? Here's 9 chapters of a book to read, and I want a 30-page paper on how the book impacted you. And you know what I did? I just take that piece of paper that they would give us for homework, and I would say,
I'm going to go have fun. But I actually did my work. So we go to New York, and like because the trip transitioned to something different, my dad was like, let's just go see everything that we can possibly do. So we were literally...
It was a boat parade trip.
This was a boat parade trip. It was like...
Pops, if you're watching, thank you for starting him on the boat parade early. 12!
So we literally would just get in on the subway and like go to Times Square and then like walk up out of the subway, and my dad would be like, this is Times Square. Let's go. Boom, back into the subway. Get it out, walk over. That's a Statue of Liberty. Get back in the subway, because we literally were there for the day. So we were just doing...
But that's a whole nother level.
Everything possible.
It's like lock your eyes on it so you can say, yeah, I've been in the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, I've been to Times Square. Yeah, I've been in there. And then never have to go to that city again for the rest of your life.
Be there as fast as
yeah,
possible.
I've been to New York. Yeah, I went there. All the people are like, wow, you were there for 2 weeks. And I was there for 6 hours. I just went everywhere. I did a helicopter tour. Said, take me to everything. Brrr, that's Statue of Liberty. Great. Let's go home.
We did something kind of similar with the Boston trip, where we did more in Boston during 72 hours.
Then people have lived there for 30 years.
It's true. We did so much.
But we even went to the Vampire Club underneath the city on the river at 2 a.m.
I can't remember what the name of I can't remember what the name of it was.
Mama Vampires.
It wasn't vampires, but that was like the theme of it.
I mean, literally, it was like Drago's lair, and you like go down underneath, and even the people there. I mean, we could have been the only non-vampire people in the whole place. I mean, when I walked in, I swear people were smelling me. I mean, like, you know, people start. You know, you ever seen like Twilight? Where they get, you know, they like can't control themselves. They're like,
you know,
I swear people were doing that.
I've seen maybe one Twilight movie.
That's enough.
I mean, to be honest,
it was enough for me. That's not my vibe. I don't need sparkly
it's such a
people.
weird series because it goes like the first one's like, I felt like the second one was pretty good. The third one for me, but then the fourth one, so it was like do 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 do. Opposed to most of them, they get worse or they get better. Twilight was all over the place.
So while we were doing this super fast New York trip and going from stop to stop,
You're amazing.
Somehow we overhear that the New York Islanders were playing the New York Rangers in hockey. So
which is a big hockey rivalry in state, in case you didn't know for those watching.
In city.
It'd be like a Tampa Panthers game. I mean, not really.
But it'd be in city.
It'd be like a Tampa Solar Bears
game.
They're both from New York State.
New York City.
Wow. There's two hockey teams.
The Rangers play in Manhattan,
There's
and
also
the Islanders
the
play
Mets,
on Staten Island.
The Mets and the Yankees.
That's called the Subway Series.
But what I'm saying is New York, like Los Angeles, has multiple teams in the same city.
And basketball,
that's what he just said.
they have the
Basketball,
Brooklyn
baseball.
Nets and New York Knicks.
The Giants.
The Giants and Jets, but they play in New Jersey, but they're called New York.
Yeah, there's two of everything. The Mets and the Yankees, the Islanders and the Rangers.
So we hear, as we're doing our super fast tour of everything New York City, that they're playing. So my dad was like, hey, we should go. So we asked the dude that we were talking to, this is like 2006, 2007, so this is pre-internet. Say, hey, bro, where's the game at? And he said, oh, they play out on Staten Island. So my dad was like, checked his watch. Dang, well, we better go then. So we just like immediately go to the subway, take the subway to somewhere to get on a train, take the train out to Staten Island. Once we get to Staten Island, we take a cab to the stadium where the New York Islanders play. And so it was a long trip, bro. We took like
an hour?
No, longer than that. It was a long time.
Gosh.
Probably 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours.
In the same city.
Yeah, but
what a joke.
We were subway to train.
You're really
to
pushing.
cab.
You're pushing my like thing forward that New York sucks. But
yeah, but everybody in New York agrees that Staten Island is the worst borough, so don't go there anyways. Everywhere else is pretty close together.
That's funny.
Yeah,
a lady that I was working with today, doing something for work with today that I came across, is from Staten Island, and I thought Staten Island was nice because it sounds nice. Staten Island, you know. I was like, wow, impressive.
What did she do?
Staten Island. You know?
Is that how she said it?
No.
Did she say Staten Island or Long Island?
Staten Island.
Because most people, if they're from Staten Island, they won't say that. They'll say that they're from New York City.
No, I asked her, I'm like, where are you from?
Staten Island.
Because I started to make fun of her driving. I was like, yo.
And then she was like, oh, I don't drive.
People from New York can't drive. And I was like, New Yorkers don't drive. And she was like, yeah, we do. And I was like, where in New York you drive? She's like, Staten Island. I was like.
So she's not from Staten Island.
Right.
She just thinks that you could drive there.
No, she's from Staten Island.
That's not what you just said. So we make it out to Staten Island. We get to the arena. So we're walking up. We get tickets. And my dad
You
asks.
scalp them or you buy them at the thing?
No, we went up to the will call
ticket
thing, whatever
window.
it's called, ticket window. And
That joint was packed, huh? Because that's a rivalry game. Everybody was there. It was wild.
it actually was packed. There was a lot of people in line. So we go up to the ticket window, and my dad's like, hey, how late are we? Is it like the first intermission yet? And this lady kind of looks at my dad sideways and is like, no, it hasn't started yet.
What?
So my dad was like, hey, that's awesome. We made it here on time somehow.
Your dad's like, man, they started an NHL game 30 minutes late. There must really be something wrong with the AC.
Something's going on. So we go inside, and then my dad kind of like bends over to me because I was obviously 12 and a little bit shorter. And he says, man, there's a lot of women here for a hockey game, and I don't see many hockey jerseys. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of weird, but maybe it's New York. It's different. That's how they do things. So we walk over to our section, and we like go up the stairs. When we get up the stairs to the section, no ice. Instead of ice, there's a bunch of chairs on the floor, like there's about to be a performance. So like I look at my dad, he looks at me, we're like, this isn't hockey. Nobody told us this whole time that we told everybody that we came in contact with, hey, I want 2 tickets to the Islanders Rangers game. And they were like, and they just sell me tickets to not that. So what it was a live performance of So You Think You Can Dance. So that's what explained why there was a lot of women there. That would also explain why there was not a lot of people wearing New York Islanders or Rangers things there. But my dad, he said, hey, we came all this way out here. I just paid a lot of money for these tickets. We're going to watch this thing. Hey. So we sat like in the far corner away from the stage, and it didn't even start for like another hour. We sat there and waited for it to start and then watched live So You Think You Can Dance.
And they had like 6,000 hours home on a cab, a subway, a boat parade.
We just took a cab back. My dad was like, I'll pay $150 to get back to the freaking city.
We're going to have to, when we go to New York for our boat parade trip, we're going to have to go to the New York Islanders Rangers game.
Here's the best part about it. They played in Madison Square Gardens that night, which we were in Manhattan where we left from to go to Staten Island. So we could have like done more things and then gone to the game in Madison Square Gardens. But the guy fed us wrong information. That's why I said, well, we didn't have internet,
what it was?
So we couldn't check.
Well, obviously we're not going to know in this life, but I bet as soon as you were like, hey, bro, where's the game? He's like, these freaking dudes ain't even from New York. Hey, yeah, it's in Staten Island. It's over in Staten Island. Take your freaking son over there, you idiot. And then you guys are like, okay, it must be in Staten Island. New Yorkers are just, I mean, it's just like
we're from Florida thinking, hey, these nice guys want to help us out.
Exactly. Like, they told us it was in Staten Island. Now, well, you're a freaking stooge and a sellout. You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect?
So that was my
New
first
Yorkers.
time in New York.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Overrated, underrated, New York City.
Overrated.
Oh.
New York is so cool.
New York
though.
is the most overrated city in the world.
But you could do whatever you want in New York City.
Rome is the most overrated city in the world.
Is it though? So my boss, obviously,
Rome's dirty, bro.
Italian, Sicilian, but Italian.
Rome is dirty.
I asked him one time because he goes every couple years back home, and
To Sicily?
To Sicily, but then he'll also like go around Italy as well. I said, hey, if I were to do a trip to Italy, like what would be the ideal place to go? And he was like, how long? And he was like, I was like, a month. If I went to Italy for a month, what should I do? And he was like, spend 21 days in Rome and you won't see half of it, and then go see the rest of the country.
Yeah,
Wow.
so here's the thing. Maybe his perspective is from a historical perspective, because that's about all Rome's worth. If you love history, Rome is one of the most historically educating cities in the entire world. However, it's dirty. The food's not that great. Roman people, like people in Rome, I mean, just like,
Oh my god.
it's just like Rome.
If you're Roman, we're sorry.
Rome is like the New York City of Italy. So yeah, there's some cool stuff to do.
Yeah, New York's disgusting.
But it's crowded, it's dirty, tourists go there, so there's everyone with masks walking around, you know what I mean? Just all types of stuff. You got like half Chinese people walking around the street in Rome, and nobody understands what the heck. I thought this was Italy. And then you got people trying to steal from you, people trying to sell you something, people trying this. Bro, bump all that. If you want to know where to go in Italy, talk to your boy, okay? Because I went almost everywhere, and don't go to anywhere anybody else is going. You want to go to like San Gimignano, okay? You want to go to these beautiful small castle cities that are still fully Italian, and they're still ran by locals, and you get all this fresh food, and you want to go to Florence, and I did all that. You go to Pisa. I actually went to the top.
Florence is a large place.
Yeah, but Florence is freaking lit. Here's
what
the
about
deal.
Modena?
Florence is like, yeah, Modena's cool. That's where the Ferrari
Modena?
factory is. Yeah.
Yes.
I've been there. And I was actually one of the last year groups of people that were able to go. I actually went to the top of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I walked on top. It's closed now. You can't. But I did it when you could.
Have I never heard this? How many hundreds of hours have we spent together? Maybe longer. Maybe thousands of hours.
Honest, some of the life experiences I have that'll come out over the next years as we do this, you'll be like, and I'm like, bro, sorry, I just totally forgot. I've forgotten more of my life than most people have experienced.
I do that, and then I'll just like, oh yeah, I did that, and then talk about it.
Yeah, I'm like, I walked on top of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, when they just had a little rail on top, and you just go over there and look at the side.
That's like a big thing though. That's like, name 3 important things about me. My name's Ryan.
Oh my gosh, I love that game.
Texas, and then I've walked on top of the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
You know that game? What is it? 2 Truths and a Lie?
2 Truths and a Lie.
Yeah, I play that game so late because I'm like, okay, I swam with dolphins in Bali. You know what I mean? And then I climbed and went to the top of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And then I got caught stealing from a store in Barcelona. And people are like, they're all lies. And I'm like, they're all true. It's all true. It's my life. You know what I mean? And then they just walk away. We actually have a quick new segment we're going to do that my wife, she does all the games and all the different things. Well planned. This lady's got everything under control.
She's amazing.
But
round of applause.
Literally round.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she is going to go ahead and quickly, this new segment we're going to do is...
Okay, so I had this idea because we do overrated, underrated.
Overrated, underrated.
I love overrated, underrated.
Me too.
I do it probably daily.
Yeah.
I do it as a part of... It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle now.
It's a lifestyle.
What did we just say? Oh, right. New York.
New York, overrated. Overrated.
Yeah.
Rome,
But-
overrated.
Rome, overrated. Pisa.
But very highly rated, so it's still like pretty
Yeah,
up
that's
there.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually like a 8.2, but it's rated a 9.8, so it's overrated.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah.
Chicago is a 4.4, rated a 4.4. So everybody's good. We're
Have you
all
ever
good.
been there?
Bro, I don't have to go. I'm trying to get
I
shot.
like Chicago.
There's more than
Look,
one place. in
2
Chicago.
things I hate. Walking down the street in the wind, blow my hat off.
It's
One.
the Windy City.
Something that I hate. And people shooting each other.
Oh my gosh, we were in Santa Fe and I had this brand new
Oh my gosh, it
Like-
was such a cute hat.
hat and it kept blowing off my head and my husband would not chase it for me.
I
He
thought it
kept
was
making me
hilarious.
run it
I just
down.
laughed. I thought it was so funny. It would like blow off, and I just turn around and look at it, and she just I'd be like, ha ha. It was funny because I'm like, babe, it's one of those things where you're like, hey, babe, whatever, and she's like, I'm good, Poof. And then you're like, hey.
When you're in
to
Santa
each his
Fe,
own.
because you're kind of going soon,
Yeah.
do you get like green chili on everything?
To be honest, we eat mostly at our family house in Santa Fe.
Okay, but do you eat green chili on everything?
They always
Was the
have
question.
green chili, red chili.
I don't eat chili.
Yeah, Ryan doesn't do spicy.
That's right. You're lame.
All right, this new segment we're
Bro.
gonna get into quick. We don't have a lot of time.
Dang,
Quick
you're
new
right.
segment. Let's run it,
Okay.
You don't like spicy, bro?
bro.
Right. Okay, so inspired by Overrated Underrated, I thought we could rattle off a couple of would you rathers.
I like it.
Let's do 3. 3 would you rathers.
Okay, so you have to say which one you rather, and then you have to kind of explain why, obviously.
Okay.
All right, first one. I'm just going to scroll through here and pick randomly.
Is this wouldyourather.com?
Is that a thing?
No.
Okay. Well, don't take your time.
Would you rather?
Just hanging out. Just got nothing to do.
Okay, some of these are kind of inappropriate.
Okay,
Would-
don't give
Let's
us
not
one
do
of those.
those.
Would you rather? This is not inappropriate. Okay. Would you?
We're gonna do one. Would you rather at this rate? I mean, jeez.
We'll get to it.
Jeez.
Would you rather wake up naked in a forest 5 miles from home, or in your underwear at work?
I would do either, honestly. I don't
I'm
care.
cool either way. Actually, that had just happened to me last week. Woke up naked in forest. I don't know.
I got no shame. Wake up in a forest, walk 5 miles home naked.
Let me
I'm
tell you
about it.
why I'm in my
Underwear,
underwear.
kidding me?
underwear in my office. I've done that.
Let me
So,
tell
like,
you why I'm underwear at work. Because underwear at work, there's so many reasons I could be in my underwear. Like if I got diesel all over my
You would
clothes
be
and
in so
whatever.
much trouble if you were in your underwear at work.
Yeah, but what kind of trouble would I have to be in to be naked 5 miles in a forest from my house? I don't want that kind of trouble, okay? I ain't trying to get in
So you're
trouble
thinking
like
about
that.
why you got there.
I mean, would you
rather?
rather get something had to get me there? You know what I mean? And whoever brought me somebody inserted drugs in me and took me naked to a forest, I'd rather just be in my work naked, just walking around in my underwear, and then someone's like, and then I'm like, yeah, sorry, it was a bet. I don't know, something.
If I had to choose, I guess I would pick work because I would just be in my office. And I would
Hey,
just-
man, Gio don't care.
Yeah.
No, he does not.
You should just walk into your underwear one day and just see what he does. Film it. GoPro. POV, GoPro, underwear. That's it.
He would have something smart to say. He always does.
Yeah, some sort of say, and then
I've
cuss you out
never-
and tell you to go put a suit on.
He would say, why are you not wearing a 3-piece suit?
He's
What-
like, blinkety blank blank, go put a suit on you, blank blank.
I've never, ever once in my life seen Gio speechless about absolutely anything.
Me. Wait, there's an opportunity coming. Next time I'm invited to dinner.
No, he'll say something always.
Yeah, he's got that wisecrack about
Are we
him.
ready
Yeah.
for our next question?
Ready
Yes.
for our next one.
Okay. Would you rather be stranded on a desert island for 5 years or in a coma for a decade?
Jeez. Desert island?
Desert island.
Wouldn't you die?
I mean,
There's so much that goes into that though, because islands are beautiful. First of all, ocean, lit, fish, food. all
Bro,
that
we
kind of
could
thing.
totally live on a desert
But-
island.
If I'm stranded there, am I stranded with or without my family? Second question: if I'm in a coma, who's paying for it?
Yeah, you couldn't be there by yourself.
Yeah, but who's paying for the coma?
That's a lot of medical bills.
that's a
you
lot.
wake you wake up, you're
after
like-
a decade.
You wake up after a decade, you're like, I'm finally back. They're like, that'll be $9 million. You're like, kill me, put me back.
It'd be way
You
more.
go
than
back
that.
into a coma. We're gonna pick a desert island because I'm lit. I'm a survival master. You should see me with my fishing shorts.
All right. Would you rather never eat your favorite food for the rest of your life or only eat your favorite food
Never eat my
for the
Never
rest
eat
of
it
your
again.
life? Yeah, me too. I can't.
My
eat the
favorite
same
food
thing.
is ice cream, so I would be healthier.
That's not
Jared's like,
food.
my life is
Hey,
already better.
pick
Thank
another
you.
one. Pick a last one. Last minute, 2 minutes. Last one.
Would you rather be the funniest person in every room
That's
or the
me.
most intelligent person in every room?
Well, the funniest, because people want to be around funny people, smart people, intimidate people. Nobody wants to be around smart people.
And if you're the most intelligent person in the room, you're in the wrong room because you should go around smarter people to learn
So
more.
true, Jared. Say it
Cool him
louder.
off. Cool him off. The
Except
wisdom steaming off his head.
This would be obviously out of your control.
Yeah, I mean, I am
You're
the funniest
funniest
person.
or most intelligent person in
Bro,
Can I-
every room
you could
that
like
walk
go
in.
to like the comedy awards
Can
and now
I-
boom, you're the best comic
Can I answer this? Can I answer this
comedian.
question? I'd rather just be both at all times. Thank you guys so much for
Oh my
watching
gosh.
us. Sippin' on 7 Saturday broadcast on a Friday night. You're watching it on Saturday or whatever day of the week you
I
watch.
never even got into what I ate at dinner tonight, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh my goodness.
The Boozy Pig dinner. Thank you for joining us. Like and subscribe if you made it this far. As always, drop a comment, say I'm a part of the fam, and we'll see you guys next time on the Boat Parade.
Bro, the clock saved us.